Okay, whoever is there, whoever is with us online, very warm welcome. Welcome to Kampala. Here it's Thursday, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, if I'm correct. I lose time also. And you're here with a wonderful group of, how many are we actually? How many you think we are here? Help me. Okay, we used to be 90, but today, now, how many are here? 80, you see, not you. Okay, so there are 80 wonderful people here who spent 3 days together now, and we are very happy to have you with us here. And we also would like to see who you are, so we hope that we can make this possible. So therefore, we have our big screen here, where we see ourselves, which is always awkward, now you see it. But we see you on top if you have switched on your camera. If you have not switched on your camera, we don't see you. But certainly it's your choice. Also, we would like to listen to you if we can, if this is an option for you. If you want to, if you have your microphone and if you can switch it on, then we can also unmute you here. But again, a very warm welcome to the, so 4 you are, okay. There might be more joining. There were more people expressing interest to join us here. And Matthias is so kind to be our online moderator. Can we give it a try that Matthias, Leo, and Georg and Julian introduce themselves? Matthias. Matthias, can we give it a try? Okay, here we have Matthias. Hi, Matthias. Can you give it a try that we hear you?
Sure. Hello. Hi. I'm Matthias from WHH, Welthungerhilfe.
Unfortunately, we don't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Ah, you hear him. Okay, so the problem is on our
Your mic
end.
is off.
Okay,
yeah.
can we...
My mic is on, I hope.
Let's have a look. Because it would be nice to hear from all of you quickly who you are and why you take your time, wherever you are now, why you take your time to dial in and join us here in the forum. What is your interest? Yeah. Okay, now we have nice music. Okay, Matthias, you can see Matthias is very smart. He sits in front of his wall and there is Welthungerhilfe written on the back. So we get already an idea. Excellent. Okay, can you just talk, Matthias, please? Can you just talk? Then we
I can try.
Sound ready, then we will hear you.
Just tell me when you hear me. I keep on talking, unfortunately. Yes.
We hear.
Perfect.
Okay, great guys. Okay, we have a great team here, a great team that is really doing. Okay, Matthias, introduce yourself quickly and why are you interested in joining the session now?
Yes. Hello. Very happy to be here. Unfortunately, with an echo. Matthias Amling from Welthungerhilfe, WHH in Germany, sitting here in Bonn now. I work here as the coordinator for crisis monitoring and emergency response. And for quite some time now, I think I was invited by Ralf to join this reflection initiative and was part in many meetings. And it was starting as a very small discussion group. And I think it ended up, no, it didn't end. It culminated in a situation now where we have this huge conference in Uganda, and I was really looking forward to join. Unfortunately, not able to fly to Uganda now, but as Ralf was then presenting the option to listen to you and to see what came out of this these last days, I was very happy that I could do this. So that's where I am now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Matthias. And I can confirm he was on the list of participants already, and last minute then it had to be cancelled. But no worry, as always with reflection, there are no regrets. If you can't be here, it doesn't matter, as long as you stay engaged. Okay, thank you, Matthias. Leo, you want to say a few words, who you are? And
of
why
course. I like to. Can you hear me, Ralf? That's the first question. Very good. Hi, I'm Leo Frey, Deputy Head of Department for Projects and Quality Assurance at Aktion Deutschland Hilft, ADH for short. First of all, please excuse me, I'm a bit sick right now, also calling from home. But I hope my voice will yeah, stay intact for the rest of this session. Yeah, I'm also involved in reflection, I think from the very beginning, but more or less from the background, actually, not so much actively involved so far. But yeah, the whole reason for me about the why to join this call or to join this initiative is, of course, yeah, putting local actors, putting the people on the ground, the people who are affected by disasters, yeah, and the driver's seat of humanitarian interventions. That's yeah, a great mission, a great vision, and I love to support it and to see what you have been working on the last days here in Kampala, sorry.
Great, thank you, Leo. We will share this with you shortly. That's one of the ideas of this session here. Thank you very much. Let's move on to, yeah, now you get a picture of who's in the room here. Let's move on, because actually I would love to introduce each and every one here in this room. It would be lovely if we would really get an idea who is here, but I have no idea how to do this. But I think it will be best done when we, after this introduction, we share with you what the groups came up with, what the discussions were about. Like this, you get to know the people through their messages. Okay?
Wonderful.
Yeah, Georg, be so kind and introduce yourself and why you're interested in this session now.
Yes, also from my side, good afternoon and hello everybody there. I see that you are there in big number. I'm a bit surprised about that, which might be a good sign that you are there in such a big number. I'm a freelance consultant since yeah, more than 10 years now. I'm working in a lot of activities related to development aid, but also humanitarian aid. And I joined also reflection from time to time for sessions. And the last one was in Antakya, where reflection was meeting for the first time, I think, outside of yeah, the normal Western humanitarian aid world. And it was very interesting exercise. Therefore, I was very much interested to also join you in Kampala to see how this will be working out in Africa. Unfortunately, I had not the occasion, the opportunity to come, and therefore I try now to join you and to listen to you, what has been discussed, and hopefully to get most essence of 3 days of your enriched discussions.
Great, excellent. Yes, the group will do its best to present the essence in a short while. Thank you, Georg. Julian, are you there? We can't see you. Let's see if we can hear you. Julian, can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, just a short introduction to myself. I'm Julian Kroll, and I've been working for HelpAge Germany now for a couple of months. And there I'm a project advisor and manager, where I also actually went to the workshop, the reflection workshop in Palu. So I've been participating in reflection for some time now as well. And I'm actually really interested what your outcomes of the forum are. And yeah, glad to be part.
Thank you so much, Julian. And it's wonderful that we can make the link to the Indonesia meeting. So it's great that you can participate in both. Anybody else out there? Matthias? That's it for now? Okay, there were more people who expressed interest. Let's see if they maybe join in later. But we want to move on and share with you the results of our 3 days meeting. So we were here for 3 days, and it all started that the group connected over coffee and tea, either with milk or without, or with sugar or without. And then we we got into the discussions around locally led response, why we need it, what is in there, and how does it look like, how does it feel like to work differently in terms of engagement. And then, if I'm not mistaken, we had 14 sessions altogether. So these were the workshops, which were like mini trainings, and then there were roundtable discussions. So 14 high-level discussions. Really, it was great to see at what level these discussions were. And then we always try to our best to bring this together somehow at the end of the day, and also today. So the whole day today was dedicated to bringing this together, and as usually at reflection, to translate this into concrete action. So this morning, the whole group was in open space models, and you all know open space models. You have been part of reflection meetings, so you saw this before. And again, there were great groups. I think we had 8, 9, 10 groups, something like that. Yeah, a good number of groups worked very well. We shared the experiences, and there were many, many concrete action points in there. And now that just before this session now, the group has had just 30 minutes to prepare what you asked for, the essence from all of this. Yeah. So we would like to share this with you now. You will see how that goes. And then it would be great if you could, I mean, whatever you think, feel, whatever you get out of this, if you could give a feedback to this. Yeah. Also, if you could watch out whatever comes up there, if there is something that you can link to the work that you are doing or what you have ideas for reflection or so on, if you could give a feedback on that, that would be wonderful. Yeah. So we start sharing, and if you have a feedback afterwards, we are happy to listen to that. We do all of this, and I think then we can wrap up this whole meeting. We do this all together, and we come to the end of the forum. Is that okay for everybody here? Yes. Okay. Is it okay for you there at home, wherever you sit in the office?
Yes.
Okay. Thumbs up. Okay. Julian, don't see your thumb, but I guess it's there. Okay. I suggest we just go. Maybe we take, because we have no idea what will happen now. We take 1, 2, or 3 together first. 1, 2, 3, and then we ask for the feedback. Shall we do it like that? Because we have, how many we have? 7, 8, something like that. Okay, can I just ask the first group to share your message with the rest of the group and the friends who are here with us online? Can we go, please? Who's first? Okay, friends over there. You need a microphone?
Yeah, colleagues, we are going to present our outcome. Wow, give a man a fish, he eats for a day.
No. Who told you it's a man? Give a person fish and you eat for a day.
No, I think it is teach a person to fish, he will eat for a lifetime.
No, sorry. I think teach a person to fish and he eats for the lifetime of the fishing rod.
No, you're taking it wrong. Please, teach a person to make a fishing rod and they eat for life.
No, it's not like that. Teach a person to make a fishing rod and to fish sustainably and then eat the fish for their lifetime.
I like my sister, but she forgets one thing. Who has told you that person wants to eat a fish?
And my friend, who has told you the fish wants to be eaten?
Wonderful, thank you. Next group.
Yes. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Okay. This innovation forum
on locally led response to crisis
should be multiplied globally.
Par tout le monde.
The first thing is to listen
And understand
before we take action.
Shukran, asante ni sana, danke schön, merci beaucoup.
group. We take one more group.
People of Dokolo community, we are happy that you responded to our invitation. My name is Elizabeth and I work with ACT International. In fact, I apologize that I don't know the local language. But one of you can help me to translate. You will translate when I finish everything. You will summarize. So we have done research and we are aware that this community is affected by long drought. So you are having challenges of food insecurity. And from our research, we know that cassava is the solution. Cassava growing. We are therefore going to bring you cassava cuttings. Isn't that a good idea? No. We have done research. No. All we want in our village is water. But I'm telling you, we are international.
And instead of asking us what we are doing already, now you come with your dictatorship tendency. We don't want that.
Madam, we have our own ideas. Why don't you listen to us?
We shall listen to you later because hunger, you are suffering from hunger. And it has been proved that cassava can withstand drought. You will see. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Our community members, Chairman, LC5, I work for Reflection, an NGO. We are here, we understand that you have challenges here. We are here to consult and then we see how we can work together. Chairman, you can lead us.
Thank you so much, Reflection. I really like your idea and I like you so much. You are not like those organizations. Most of the time they come and they skip me. They just go direct to the community asking. So in that case, let me mobilize the community and they talk to them.
Thank you, Chairman.
Ooh, community. Organization here want to talk to you.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I appreciate your the kind you're welcoming us. Chairman, we are from Reflection. We are here that we understand you are facing some bit of challenges and I also know there are opportunities there. Chairman, can we kindly together understand some of the issues that we're facing here and how we can go about them?
Gali, mashakil takunde sunufi hila takunde ine.
Mr. Chairman, you are aware we don't have water sources. The water source we have is very dirty. So when Mr. Chairman travel that water properly cleaned.
You are the NGOs and you came and bypassed the local authorities. This is wrong in this area. We need you to go through us.
Okay, Chairman, maybe we need to understand some of the few challenges they might be having in your community so that we help appropriately.
In this community, the serious issue is water. And as you've heard from them, now next time, what we want to hear from you is to give us your feedback on the challenges that you had. Of course, you have to come through the leaders, then we go to the community.
Thank you very much. Do you agree on that? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the first 3 presentations. And now you don't believe us that they only had 10 minutes to prepare for this. And also, unfortunately, you don't see that one group is getting very nervous now about the level of preparation. So they have their own little meeting over there to improve their performance. Okay, but let's take a moment to welcome Jens, because I see on the screen that Jens joined us now. So welcome, Jens. Great that you are with us. To the others, we gave the opportunity to quickly identify themselves. Jens, if you have a microphone, you want to say quickly who you are and why you are interested in joining this session here. Okay, we don't hear you yet, not yet, but can you keep on talking?
Yes, yes, now it should be better. Do you hear me? Hello, everybody. You're hearing me? Is it fine? Okay. Okay, I'm Jens. I'm here in Bonn, and I'm following reflection since the beginning. Often I have no time to come, and unfortunately, I had not the opportunity to come to you. But I'm following, and I'm very curious about your work and your workshop, and I wish you all the best. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much, Jens. Welcome again. And I also see that Ines is with us. Wonderful. Ines, welcome. Welcome to Kampala. You are with us now here via the screen. And Ines, if you have a microphone and you want to say hello quickly and say who you are and why you take time to join us here online. You want to do that?
Thank you very much, Ralph. Hello, everybody. I'm delighted to listen in a little bit, although I have very short time. I'm trying to encourage German NGOs and other NGOs to think differently about community engagement and to start listening to people, to work bottom up and not top down. So I'm really excited to hear a bit what all the work that you've been doing during the last days and partly weeks. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ines. Is there anybody else out there, Matthias? Anybody else? No, that's okay. Good. But one might now get the impression that either there are only Germans in reflection, or only the Germans have an internet with screen and microphone, or something. Okay, there was a very nice French lady also on the list, a Swiss lady, and so on. Okay, let's see. Maybe they still join us at one point in time. Okay, of those of you who saw these wonderful 3 sharing presentations, do you have any immediate feedback? Anything that you would like to give us back from the first 3 presentations? Anything you want to say? Anybody?
Yeah.
Yes, Leo.
Leo? Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, just an immediate feedback. Something that I really liked is it really looked different from a lot of other things that I've seen from similar workshop setups. So it really strikes me as being very innovative and gives me hope. Thank you for this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that feedback. Anybody else? If you want. Okay, Georg, go ahead.
Yeah, I think this innovation in it was that I felt a bit very much situated in the field, listening to communities, and it's not a question only to listen to the communities when we are on an assessment, but I see it's also a very good move in such discussions at these levels to have the discussion changed in a way that people feel and see and also experience how we can do it better, so that we are not only theoretically discussing it, but that we are also practicing it, not only in an assessment situation, but also in such a workshop situation.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's totally in line with what we were doing here, what we were experiencing here. Thank you for this feedback. Anybody else? If not, we move on. Anybody else? Julian, as we don't see you, you have to shout, but it's okay. Then we can go on and have the next presentation, the next sharing, more messages for you from Kampala. Which is the next group? Who wants to go? Whoever is first is first. You need microphone? No microphone. Good. Maybe they don't speak. Do you speak? If you speak, you need a microphone. You speak?
Anything without us is not for us.
Anything without us is not for us. Thank you. Thank you for sharing these key messages from the forum with us. And we can have the next group. Next group, please. No microphone. Okay.
Koti lupu kulukulo, koti lupu kulukulo, noti koti lupu kulukulo, kono karakari. Koti lupu kulukulo, koti lupu kulukulo, noti koti lupu kulukulo, kono karakari. Jaben kete lupu kulukulo, koti lupu kulukulo, koti lupu kulukulo, noti koti lupu kulukulo, kono karakari.
Trust building with the local actors through active listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Trust building with the local actor through active listening. We had many discussions around this, but not only discussions, we had practical exercises, new knowledge about this. Okay, one more group. One more group.
Community members, what should we do to help our community? Together, we can meet our needs.
We need the message again in the microphone. Can you repeat it?
The message is together we can meet our needs. So it is a participatory approach by the community.
Together we can meet our needs. Okay, thank you very much for these three groups. Okay, we had three groups now, very clear messages about trust, not without us, together we can meet our needs. Any reaction from you guys out there? Anybody who wants something you would like to add to this? Does it connect with what you are doing in your work or what you would like to do in your work? Anything that you can do with this? Anybody, if you want. Yeah, Georg, please. Georg.
I would like to come back to this active listening because this was striking from the presentation, but I would love to have more information on what did you discuss about active listening? What is the essence of this discussion?
Okay, guys, what is the essence of this discussion? Georg, no, it's a wonderful question because, I mean, we were discussing this 3 days here. What is the essence of this discussion? Who can help? Active listening. Just come here, we need a microphone or you want to, okay, I bring you the microphone.
I think active listening, I think we said that it was not having an agenda, going in and just really trying to listen to what people were saying rather than have your own agenda about what you're trying to listen for.
Thank you. Open, goal-free, yes.
Yeah, active listening is also when you go to community, you have to listen with your own thinking, with your own feeling, and with willingness to work with them.
Yes. Open heart, open will. Who else?
Listening without bias and judgment.
Yes. No bias, no judgment.
Active listening starts with accepting the people you work with in the way they are. And then whatever comes out of them, you take note of and provide effective feedback. Thank you.
Okay. Take people as they are. Sharif.
Yeah, active listening means, first of all, as humanitarian agencies, we need to listen to ourselves first. Then if we can be able to listen to ourselves, we can be able to engage with the community and then listen to them actively. The other thing is, if you control the question, we also control the answer. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sharif. Georg, how is that as an answer already? Well, you get more.
Yeah, active listening is also to give opportunity to community members to tell us about how they have been coping in a traditional way long time ago. So you need to listen to them, not imposing anything to them. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. There's maybe Annika here, and then we come over there.
I only have a small addition to that. It's moving away from the needs perspective only, but also looking at capacities, not only at needs.
Okay. We don't want to hear about the needs only. Okay, Georg, you see you asked the right question. You definitely asked the right question.
Yeah, thank you. I think what we agreed upon is that it's just not being present and nodding your head that you're listening to people, but being there and practically listening to them. But we also agreed that it is not predefined. You don't come with your ideas and you simply say, I have come to consult. You come and find out what have they been doing and how do they want to change their own situation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you everybody for contributing to the answer to this question. Yeah, I suggest we go on because we have more messages to share and more for you to get inspired from. Can we ask the next group, please? Oh, you're all lined up there. You are ready. You can't wait. You want to come here? Okay, yeah.
Okay, ours is just one straightforward message.
Space 4.
Locally led innovation for improved
Life.
This is not fake news. This is space, locally led innovation for improved life.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Not fake news. Good. Who's next? Okay, maybe, oh, yeah.
You're welcome. My name is Peter Kabagambe. I'm from Office of the Prime Minister. For those of you who are new to Ugandan refugee management, Office of the Prime Minister is responsible for managing refugee affairs. I see Veltunga Hilfe around. Thank you. Welcome. Maltese is around. You're welcome. Korika, UNSR is around. In the last 3 weeks, we have seen mass influx of refugees from Southern Sudan. Over 850,000 refugees have poured in Yumbe district. So the purpose of this meeting, this is interagency meeting, is to seek your opinion. What should guide our response to refugees? Can we have some ideas? Yes.
Thank you so much, Bwana OPM officer. I think that we should distribute some NFS to these people because they have just come, and I'm sure they need water, they need some food, they need some vegetables. So let's distribute some items to them.
Should distribute NFIs. Any other idea? What should guide our response in this crisis?
Give them cash. They need money. They know what to do. Give them money.
Money?
No, I don't think that is very effective. I think we need to do something much better than that. My fellow international donor community.
Let us build toilets.
Let us build toilets. Can we come with concrete principles, guides? Because time is not waiting for us. What should guide our response? OPM will be responsible for monitoring your activities for what you have committed to do. We are the government, okay? Can we have some concrete steps?
Thank you so much. I think I'm revisiting my thinking. Instead of giving them the NFIs, I think let's hear from them what exactly they want.
We give them voice.
We have to build their capacities.
We build their capacities.
We have to give them choice on what they want for response.
We have to give them choices. I'm very happy. I think we are coming to the end of this meeting. We have agreed that our responses should be guided based on people's voices, capacities, and choices.
Thank you so much. Okay, no. Good. Do we have more? Do we have more? Do we have more? Or are we through? We are through. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay. That gives us the opportunity to come back to you. If there's anything else you would like to give us as a feedback or another nice question about what you saw, what you heard, if this ignites some energy within you, if you want to pick this up somewhere, please, floor is yours.
Matthias first.
Okay. Hey, first of all, congratulations. That's really inspiring. It's really nice to see that a lot of the things that also guided through this reflection work until now, voices to choices, time to listen, and so on, they are all picked up, but they are much richer and more, you can see all the thoughts that went into that, and that's really inspiring to see, and also to yeah, just sit here and see what came out of this. That's very nice. I was when I saw this wondering, what are the next steps in a way? I mean, we were talking about reflection as action. What would you tell us sitting here in our headquarters and at places? What shall we do next? How do we take this message, that strong and good message about listen actively, give choices to the people? What would you want us to do next?
Good. That's a clear question. Now, up to you to tell Matthias what you want him to do next. No, what you can do is maybe share some of the action points that you just took before the lunch break. Maybe you want to share things that you want to do from now on, and then Matthias gets inspiration. Matthias and the others get inspiration from this. Yeah, shall we do it like this? Who would like to share action points from today's open space session?
Okay, so for us, we've been working to develop a technology, and our action point after this engagement is to go back and engage more, not just the organizations, but also the communities on the ground, so that we can co-create, the tool together as an action point.
Okay, this is about a mobile app, and they want to revisit it and first engage again with the community about it. Okay, any more examples what you want to do from now on that can inspire the colleagues? Oh, yeah. Oh, I come. It's okay.
We also said that we need to strengthen partnership, collaboration, networking, and linking up with each other, because we can continue learning and sharing the resources that we have out there, so that we also have effective coordination. We can also share some of the tools and guides that we have to empower our work as we engage with the communities.
Thank you. More action points. We had many more action points, very concrete things. Okay, Roland.
Yeah, we really want to roll out PFIM, the People First Impact Method, in Africa and worldwide, slowly, but we have really committed to do this. And I think for us, it's already a step forward.
Excellent. An example back there, more concrete action.
Thank you. One of the things we agreed on in the course of our engagement all these 3 days about new innovations, which we exhibited here. And we agreed that those which are worth replication needs to be supported, shared, and actually taken to communities where they can apply. So we need to work together with the partners and see how we can build capacities and replicate and train and the rest of it, so that they can come in to help us as part of the responses from the local initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else would like to share? Damaris.
So Roland mentioned that he would like to roll out PFIM more in Africa, and I think that PFIM and also the other approaches that were shared here, like Amy and Martha from MIT D-Lab, Local to Global, like a lot of them have similar aspects, how to give community a lead, and I would wish for giving this more visibility in the whole humanitarian sector. I think often we hear things and are very skeptical from the beginning and say like, this cannot work, and are like close to new approaches, just to be more open and test them. And I think we will see that there is a lot of power in them. So to give more visibility to these approaches, practical approaches in the whole sector.
I think whoever came here skeptical about some of the approaches and work examples leaves differently. I think this is definitely something we can take from this forum here. Okay, I don't see any other hands. Thank you, Matthias, for that question. Any other? Oh, there is one more hand. Sorry.
Thank you so much. I wanted to bring out the point of reflection we discussed how we're going to, next level, we're going to take this reflection to, because for example, next year in 2020, we have a plan that we have a group formed in Uganda, for example, the WhatsApp group, to continue discussing on the strategies on how we carry this reflection to another level, because at the moment, it is based on voluntarism, but then it has some costs, it has implications, but when the questions are, how are we going to sustain this reflection network forum? Can we do something? Can we brainstorm an idea? So there's a team that has been formed in Uganda that is going to be discussing this and sharing with the others and see how we can push it to the next level.
Thank you very much for bringing this in, also because you will also be invited to join this group from the other end. We will have different hubs where people think about the future of reflection 2020 plus. Yeah, so you're welcome to join us there. Okay, good. Any other point? Ines, please.
Thank you. I have a question. I would like to understand how the listening approach is also helping to work in a more inclusive way, inclusive of people with disability, inclusive of elderly people, inclusive of the young people. Did you discuss about that? Do you see any window of opportunity here?
So, who would like to answer? Yes, I'm sure we can answer that.
Thank you. We discussed that the listening is more than just talking. I know could be you having the background to the Washington questions in terms of looking at all the possibility of disability, but we talked about listening in all aspects, body language, the signs, and all the aspects that we can consider. We said it's not easy, but we said listening is really a skill that we need to develop. Thank you.
Thank you. More people to come in and to answer the question on inclusion.
One other thing we discussed was the fact that where in a given community it's possible for the different categories to come together, we would have to ensure that in our meetings we invite all the different categories to represent everyone, so that all are included. But where there is need to create specific spaces for these categories to open up and share their issues, then would have to go and meet at a convenient location with people with disability, with the women, so that they can open up where it's very hard for them to speak where the other categories are. So we would make sure that we really have an opportunity for all the different categories. The young people, sometimes they're not comfortable sitting with the older ones and open up to share their stories, since their language may even be different from the language that is understood and spoken by the others. So we'd ensure that everyone has an opportunity to speak and express themselves at their convenience, so that their voices can be heard.
I think we also agreed that we should diversify means of gathering information from different groups of people. If you call for some for meetings, for example, people with disability, then there should be a method of reaching them, maybe through technology, phones, and whatever, so that everybody has a chance to share their views.
She asked the question of inclusion of various groups, the people with disability, youth, and so forth. I think we had case studies from Kenya. I remember there was a presentation from CBM. We also had a case study from Zimbabwe, the intervention during the IDA. The what? Yes, yes. We also had a presentation from Uganda, Help Age. I think all these shared areas of how we can bring on board issues of youth, issues of PWDs, persons with disabilities, and the older persons. I think this was critically discussed and agreed. Yes, we are considering it.
Maybe we take, final two on this question. I'm looking a bit at the clock, unfortunately. Let's take two more.
Yes, the question of listening came as a gap. In the sense that maybe there has been a way partners have been working during implementation. But now listening comes in a gap that maybe other groups have not been picked or represented fully. And that's why it has been brought to a forum, to a discussion like this one, that how should that gap continue? We have come here to brainstorm on it and roll it down and see that if this has been a gap, how do we address? And that's the question that we are still asking ourselves, and we will go back on the ground to get the answer. Thank you.
Thank you. About inclusive listening, what I remember very vividly is that we should not define vulnerability. Sometimes we think it's only the people with disability, but the people know who is vulnerable, and they also know where the vulnerable people are. We also agree that there are people who are not seen, so we have to purpose to see them. These are sometimes they say the disabled who are neglected and they stay in the houses for many reasons. Some communities think that exposing a vulnerable person to the implementing partners is a shame. So we have to purpose. And so my last word about this is that we should purpose to find them so that we can listen from them in a very conducive environment. Thank you so much.
Okay, I think the most important thing what we agreed on, that it's difficult, it's a challenge, it's challenging to listen, but it's a skill where we should develop over time.
All right, now, Sharif.
Yeah, okay, for us BRICS now in Somalia, we have done a PFIM approach, People First Impact Method. The approach now is going to the community and sitting down with them. It is them now to identify the different target groups, whether it is people with disability, whether it is, for example, pregnant mothers, whether it is teachers, business people, religious leaders, community elders, all these different target groups within the community. So it is them to identify, and then we sit down with them with only one question, with the purpose of only one question, and then they give us all their issues. Like, for example, if it's ladies, it's only a lady that goes to them and then sit down with them and then get all their issues that they have. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharif. Thank you a lot for answering this question. And we soon arrive at the time that we said would be the end of this session and actually the forum. So unless there is a super burning question still. Okay, Leo is still, there's a burning question. Leo, shoot.
I think Jens was first, sorry. Jens was, yeah.
Thanks. My burning question is, I think these participatory methods and this listening to the people is not new, at least not to many NGOs and to consultants. And for me, it's always the question, why, since 30 years we're discussing about this, why we have not really implemented it. Sometimes I'm doing an evaluation actually, and then I'm asking myself why we reinvent the wheel always. And what is the challenge behind? Maybe if you have any solutions, or maybe if you made some reflections about this, why we have not already implemented this active listening.
Okay, thank you, Jens. Yeah, there are some hands going up immediately, and we had discussions around this definitely. But let's take Leo's question, and then we can answer them together. Whoever wants. Yeah, Leo.
Yeah. Yeah, just in my case, it was not a question, just a very brief feedback that I received as a distant virtual participant here in this forum meeting. I just wanted to say that I have the, while listening to all the answers here, I can really say that you get the impression that you are talking to a group of people rather than just one person moderating it. And that's a very, very great impression that I get here from the distance, and it's pretty much in the spirit of, yeah, I think the reflection idea. So thank you for that. That was all.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot, Leo, for this feedback, because it's true also for the group here. There are so many people who for weeks press us to make sure that the results of the meeting get communicated properly to other places. So there are really, really many people eagerly waiting to hear from this forum. This is why we also invested in our great guys here from the camera and recording team. Damaris is so kind to help us in putting things together. We have resource sharing here and so on. So we will do our best to carry the message forward. But maybe, yeah, there is still Jens' question in the room.
Sorry. Can I ask one question as well before we start with? Yeah?
Yes. Shoot.
Okay. So my question was, it's picking up on the point mentioned by Matthias for the action points. When I was in Indonesia, in Palu, many local organizations were saying that they have an issue with the capacity building and that they're missing capacities. And also in the presentations that we just saw, there were the one group that were presenting saying, yeah, the capacities are really important. And I want to ask, what are concrete action points for that? Because I didn't hear anything about that yet. So I wanted to ask.
On the capacities. Okay, we will, yeah, let's see if somebody, is the question clear here? Yeah, you got it? Well, do we not like this now or like this, or we don't know? Okay, there's a hand going up there. Okay, but just quickly on the Indonesia, because also we received a request from the people who were involved in the Indonesia workshop to link the results together. So Julian's question is very good. We need to find a way to do this, to bring these two workshop results together. And anybody who has ideas and wants to contribute to this, please go ahead. Shall we first go with the capacity issue and then we come back to the why are we not, or why takes it so long?
Thank you. On the issue of capacity, we discussed and found that within the support arrangement of capacity building, we do it selectively. We pick one or two, a few people from the organizations we are dealing with, build their capacity, they go back and continue to work. At one point, they leave the organizations and then get to work somewhere else. That means the capacity is gone with them. So we looked at it that if there is a capacity building support which should be designed, we should look at the organization as a whole, so that if one particular person leaves, the idea continues to help the organization to continue delivering the services for which their capacity has been built.
Thank you. Anybody else on this aspect of capacity and action points we had? Yes, please.
Thank you. As local and national humanitarian actors, for example, the humanitarian platform has done a capacity needs assessment, and but it has done with only the members of the platform. So whatever we do and how we have designed the training programs that as a result of the report is because we know the capacity that is lacking. But then we've also tried to identify, to recognize that we have capacity. So there is need for us as local and national actors to bring something to the table, and also for our counterparts, the INGOs, to bring something on the table, and then we can see how we can do this together. Because capacity for us, I believe, is it depends on the context, because of different contexts, so we might be able to define it differently. So everyone has something they can bring to the table in terms of capacity.
Good. Thank you. Abdallah. Okay, yes, you were.
Yeah, one of the things that we are also committed as voluntarily is that we can be ready to facilitate and provide capacity for those who are interested in SCLR and PALL, Participatory Action Learning in Crisis. We can provide some capacity for those who are interested. Thank you.
And not only you, I think everybody who offered something here during the sessions is ready to share this further, and those who learned about things for the first time are willing to take this up, take this to their organizations, push the agenda for this. So I think in this spirit, there will be a lot going on. Okay, Jerry.
Just very shortly, I will have to leave you now, unfortunately, and say goodbye. And thank you a lot. And it was a very good thing to be able to be at least a bit part of that.
Thanks a lot. It was good to see you again. If you still have time, we will close the question and answer session now and just wrap up the meeting. Yeah, if we can do this together with you, we have also a moment of celebration prepared. If you can be part of it, that will be wonderful. It will just go on for a few more minutes. Okay? Thank you, Matthias. Jerry.
Addressing the first question and why it's taking so long. From my experience, the aspiration to listen and to engage with communities has always been high. The how to do it has been a challenge. And when we listen to the answers to our questions, that's a form of listening, but it's not really listening. To listen without an agenda, to listen and to allow space for communities to say whatever they want to say and however they want to say it, that is challenging. And that brings the why we should listen and the how we should listen together.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Yes.
The first question regarding listening, which has been going on but not really actualized on the ground. As Arya mentioned, we say that people go to listen to the community when they already have preconceived ideas. Two, there is the issue of, would I say, donor influence, in that already there is a set criteria that you must do A, B, C, D. So you don't go there to listen to the community, but you go there when you have already designed and almost you have it in mind, even if you are asking them, but you are already, you have a preconceived notation on what you intend to do. So at the end of the day, it looks like it's a formality. But now here, we have seen that we have to actualize it, to do it real and make it real. Thank you. Then on the issue of capacity building, it's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing process because time and again, you get new stuff and there are changes in the design of the tools you use and in the methodology of implementing the activities you are doing on the ground. So capacity, and largely it has been in software. You look at capacity building, you only consider training workshops. No, there are other institutional requirements which help the institution to enhance its capacity for better implementation of the activities on the ground. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you everybody for contributing to this session with your wonderful contributions, your different acts, the questions that we built on this and so on. And now, unfortunately, we come to the end of this session and we come to the end of the forum. And I would like to ask those who were so kind to kick off the forum. When was it actually? On Tuesday. It feels like it's long ago. If you just come and join us here, just for a few closing words, and then we want to celebrate a little bit. And if you can stay online as well, that would be wonderful. Who else? Where is Damaris wanted to join? Anyway, come somewhere closer, don't you? Okay, yeah, can I just hand over to you?
Yes, thank you very much that we've come to the very last moment of our 3-day, I believe, very fruitful engagement. When we came in here on that first day, I think all of us were wondering, how will it look like? First of all, there was hardly an agenda to start with. And so we all learned that we have to make an agenda ourselves and make things happen. And indeed, everything has happened. Before I make some other comments, I want first to thank you for all the cooperation that you have showed, the engagements that were very fruitful, the participation which was very, very rich. And you know, we started at a low tone, but we have ended at a high tone. Those who know music know how the high tone is. It's only people who sing soprano who can reach there. So indeed, we've reached the soprano level, and that is very, very good. So let's clap for ourselves for that. One of the things that I've observed is, of course, people are happy. We've made friends. Who hasn't made a friend today? Or for the 3 days, you haven't made a friend, please raise up your hand so that we grant you one friend. So we have all made friends, not one, not two, but so many. We have become like brothers and sisters. We are going back stronger than when we started. We have made very nice agreements on how to go forward. So indeed, when we started, we said, we hope that you will pick one thing to go back home with. And I think we've done it. Thank you very much. One other thing is we've grown terms. Our development terms have grown. Now, when you talk about needs assessment, everybody said, eh? Everybody is wondering, is that really something we want to do? Needs? Needs is as if it's going off our vocabulary. Is it true? Am I speaking to people who heard that? So it's one of the terms that I think we are deleting from our vocabulary. The other one is beneficiaries. Even that one is going off our vocabulary. So you can imagine, you need to, when you're cutting a tree with an axe and it becomes blunt, I think you need to stop and sharpen. That's what we are doing today. For the 3 days, we've been sharpening the axe. Now we know how to do some of this and state some of these statements better than when we came on Tuesday. So thank you very much for that. Yes, I know, of course, we are. First of all, thank you for those who provided for us the meals. I think the meals were good. So, thank you very much. So let me hand over to Damaris.
Yeah, thank you also from my side. I'm very thankful for these past days that we shared together and for the rich discussions that we had, and especially that we really talked about practical approaches. We didn't have too many like theoretical general framework discussions, but really discussed how locally or community-led approaches can be put into practice. And as I also said in the beginning of the forum, I will document the processes and outcomes of the past days. So please don't forget to send me the materials to my email over there. And yeah, I'm just very impressed to see that community-led response is already happening. And I think we all go inspired by these last days and the ideas and methods that are already being like implemented. Yeah, that we are all inspired by this and take this with us in our work. And we will share the documentation of these days to all of you. Thank you very much and all the best.
Yeah, thank you. I don't repeat all this nice summarizing, and I have now the honor to actually close more or less the workshop and have to thank officially also those who helped us to host it, to make it possible. So I think for the first time doing this as a reflection group to host such a forum in a larger style, I think we did quite well. So, and who made it possible? First of all of you, because actually almost everybody had really prepared inputs or here started ad hoc to do even theater plays in front of a TV team even. So that was really proactive and very nice. And maybe the camera can go down here to the donors briefly to show also to Leo. Leo was one of the donor representatives, Aktion Deutschlandhilfe, who made it possible, and also the German government. So Foreign Office, we have to thank you, and also the Swiss Solidarity who financed the film, the participatory filming. And Bikundo, I don't know where Bikundo is lost somehow, our moderator. He did it as a volunteer actually, didn't get any fee for this. He came over from Kenya. Also a clap for him. I mean, something, real volunteer. You mentioned already the catering service. There had been in the beginning some hiccups, but I think in the end it tasted well, and we all were fed enough, good enough that we could continue our work. And we have to thank somehow also for the location. It was not really perfect for us, but we managed. Somehow we managed. Please, Matthias, convey this to Makerere University, to the RAN Center network. And I don't have to forget anyway. So I have to thank also Magdalena and the whole team of Kolika Uganda as our partner in hosting this, and also now future partner in implementing, for example, this innovative approach presented by Amy and Marta. So we are going ahead with this also together with Kolika Uganda. To Damaris and the video team also for documenting all this. It's a lot of work. You look at to see many documentations, many presentations, but you will write up a thesis about things like this. So it's also for your own benefit, I would say. And the camera team for sure gets a salary. It's not a volunteer business. So we are also paying some people. And yeah, then Matthias is sitting over there. Please, Matthias, you have to come up here. Matthias. I mean, he gets also paid for it, but he did much more than actually we would have expected. So thank you very much. And you get even a small present. Designed by my colleague Annette. It's a voucher for the swimming pool in a nice hotel in Kampala, but we really do cash into it. It's not yet, it's just improvised. And now Ralph, please come here. I mean, it was tremendous work for the last couple of months, actually. It's really a long process. When did we decide in Geneva? We decided more or less that we will do some things, and later on it was decided it will be in Kampala, and then step by step. So it's really a long time that you had been working for this, and not only for this forum, but he came up together with Lioba Weingarten about the whole idea of reflection. And I think it's just such a nice thing. Also the title, Reflection, with this big A, and we really have to do. And this first time now that, not really the first time in Syria, at the border to Syria, and now in Indonesia you did it, but to go out from Europe, that was a big step. And now in Africa you have it. Take the chance. And I heard already Uganda wants to have their own reflection group. Take it forward. And that's all thanks to Ralph. And he gets a small voucher as well, but he has to select his present by himself, because I don't know his private hobbies. I know it from him, but you have to select it. Then we pay for it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. We actually close officially here. I'll say goodbye also to... One more thing. Okay.
Yes. The celebration. So thank you all again. Thank you for coming. Thank you for contributing. And now thanks to our celebration team. James, Simon, where are you? Awilo, can you come? Can you do us a favor and close this forum for us with a nice moment for all of us? And thank you again for doing this in the mornings for us, to bringing us on the way. Yeah? Okay, this is our final thing we are doing here together. Off to you.
Thank you very much.
It's hard to say goodbye.
Thank you very much for being here. It's 3 days here, and we've been sitting very actively participating and also playing key roles. Now we are coming to the end. Just because you've been sitting for so long, I'm going to run through one small exercise. And this is the instruction. If I say what defines you, you just stand up. Yeah? And if you have not heard it, please remain sitting. Okay? And if I say what you have, please touch it, practically touch it. Yeah? Just follow. So this is also listening. Now I am going to start. If I say what defines you, or what you subscribe to, or what you have, you stand up if you're still sitting, and we will touch whatever I say. If you don't have it, please, you don't have to touch it. And here we go. You are a Lukbara, you are a refugee, you are working for UN organization, you are, seriously, you are a Kakwa, you come from South Sudan, You come from Germany. Are you sure you're not standing up? Okay, you work for an organization that is based in Uganda. Now, once you stand, please, you don't sit. You just remain standing. And then you come from Kenya. Okay. You come from Nuba Mountain. Okay. You come from northern Uganda. Okay. You come from outside East Africa. Any country outside East Africa. All right, Somalia is outside East Africa. So. All right, is there anybody sitting? That person is the luckiest. That person, I think, is the luckiest. Okay. You have natural air. You work with research organization. All right. Your left ear. Now it's time to touch your right toe. Come on, are you sure you don't have toes? You may not touch, but you put on a shoes, touch approximately where it belongs. All right. Your nose, your knees, your back, your heel. Heel. All right, thank you very, very much. Thank you for following instruction. I was actually testing listening also. Now, one last thing from me, then I hand over to this one. And I just need a volunteer. If you can speak about you and you as a person without fear, one lady, one gentleman, just that. Just a volunteer. I'm going to ask you a personal question and you just respond to it. A personal, it's all about reflection. Thank you very much. My name is James. I am close to 40 years now. I'm not actually 40. How old are you today?
63 years. 63 years.
Reflection. Do you remember where you met your first girlfriend?
Yes.
Please tell us.
And this is my wife right now.
Yeah, thank you very much. I kindly ask all of us to stand up and we sing a song. Are we together? You know, I know our sugar levels have gone low, but I want us to energize ourselves with a song. You know, it's not easy to say bye for all this friendship that we have created. You know, we're a big family now that I feel we should remain here together. But because of our differences, slightly, safe journey. Ladies, you will sing. Okay, we have said, ladies, all of you will be called Doris for today. And gentlemen, all of you will be called Dennis for today. Are we together? Ladies, you will start and say, my name is Doris, but the time is over, bye-bye. Are we together? Let me repeat once more. My name is Doris, but the time is over, bye-bye. Gentlemen, are we together? My name is Dennis, but the time is over, bye-bye. Are we together? So Dennis and Doris, 1, 2, 3, we sing. My name is Dennis, but the time is over, bye-bye. My name is Dennis, but the time is over, bye-bye. Sorry, 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 but the time is over, bye-bye. Sorry, 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 but the time is over. Once more.
My name is Dennis, but the time is over. Bye bye. My name is Dennis, but the time is over. But sorry, 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 but the time is over. Bye. Sorry, 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 but the time is over. Bye. Thank you for being good choir members. God bless you.
1 minute, 1 minute. No, some of us are already tired. Mine is just like, I wanted to see how you're shaking your body. When I say elephant, elephant, enter the bus. No, no, no. Why? Because you're too big and the bus is too small. Shake body, body, shake body, body, shake body, body, shake body, body. Are we there? Okay. 1, 2, 3, we go. Elephant, elephant. Enter the bus. No, no, no. Because, no, no, no. Why? Because you're too big and the bus is too small. Sick body, body, 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 sick body. Thank you so much.
Oh, this comes to the end of everything. Can we pray together? Father, Heavenly God, we thank you for this time that you've given unto us. Marvelous, and we say thank you for a good time. We have stayed together as one big family that you brought under one umbrella. My God, my Father, may the glory and honor come back unto you. It is time for us to move away from here, to go back to the places you brought us from. We ask you kindly to deliver us. We pray this believing in your name, O Lord. Amen.
Bye.